Good morning, Copper Basin. Today is Tuesday, November 11th, 2014. I'm Reed O'Neill.
And I'm Tristan Still on the CBTV News at 9.
On today's show, we'll be talking about the book fair, the 3D printer, and as always, your sports fact.
Now let's get started.
The annual book fair will be going on all this week in the Media Center. Stop by and check it out. Maybe pick up a good book or two. If books aren't your things, you can still stop by. And they have several other collectibles for you to choose from. Now, let's go over the weather.
Happy Veterans Day, you guys. Make sure to thank the veterans you know. Anyway, for your weather today is going to be sunny with highs in the 60s to lower 70s and southwest winds 10 miles per hour or less. Tonight will be partly cloudy in the evening, then mostly cloudy with a slight chance of showers after midnight. It will be mostly cloudy with a chance of showers early in the morning. Lows will be in the mid-40s with west winds 10 miles per hour or less. The chance of rain will be 30%. Wednesday is going to be partly sunny with a 20% chance of showers. Highs will be in the 50s to lower 60s with north winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Now let's get back to the anchors.
Thanks for the weather, Riley. Let's go over to the PSA.
3D printing is going to have a profound impact on all of us, whether you consider yourself a designer or not. In the future, there are going to be 3D printers that will allow you to actually create three-dimensional structures out of living cells. And they can build very complex structures like blood vessels or skin tissue. And the idea there is that in 10 or 20 years, these scientists are going to be able to 3D print tissue that can replace damaged vessels of the heart. Or they're going to be able to print replacement organs. So you won't have to go to find an organ donor anymore. You'll just be able to have one 3D printed at the hospital based on your own cell and your own genetic makeup. Right now at MIT, scientists are working on 3D printers that would actually allow you to print food. And who wouldn't want that in their house, right? If you could just ask Siri to cook you a steak. I mean, it's really going to be an exciting time in the home. In Japan, there's a company that's taking sonogram data. So they scan a pregnant woman's belly, and they're able to actually 3D print a figure of her torso. So instead of just having a fuzzy little black and white picture, you're getting a real model of what your child is going to look like. People are using 3D printers to do all sorts of interesting things in terms of the environment. Researchers are using 3D printers that can print concrete to make replacements for parts of the Great Barrier Reef that have been damaged. Normally, those reefs take thousands of years to build, but what these scientists do is they find the areas that are damaged, they make CAD replicas of those damaged areas, and they print them in concrete. So it's a base structure upon which coral can create a top layer, and that helps reinvigorate the environment and helps return normality to that area. I mean, one of the coolest things about 3D printing is that it's a community that never stops innovating. There are hundreds of innovators who are making little tweaks to these products, who are trying out different things, and so it really gives everybody an opportunity to create anything.
Well guys, today is Veterans Day. Remember all those who have served and are serving. We thank you for all you do, for all that you have done for us. And now for the 3D printer, we are at 1,715 towards our 3D printer. There are 8 days left in the donation period. Please continue to share the Facebook page. If you check the donation list online, you can see several people in distant areas have donated towards our printer due to sharing it in the area. Thank you to everyone who has already donated. Remember, you may also bring in cash donations to Mr. Tompkins, Miss Angie, Miss Danner, and Miss Hook. Now let's go to sports.
The high school basketball teams have a game today, and it is away, and the middle school has a game today at Coca Creek. It is a home game, so come support your Cougars. And your sports fact for today is 2 days out of 365 days of the year feature no professional sports games, MLB, NBA, NHL, or NFL. The day before and the day after the MLB All-Star break. Now, back to the anchors.
I'm sorry, I made a mistake. We have 5 days left for donations on our 3D printer. I read that wrong.
Well, that ain't no big deal. Anyways, let's go over to lunch.
Today for lunch, in line 1 is Salisbury steak, cream potatoes, roll, fruit, juice, and milk. And line 2 is barbecue hoagie, fries, beans, fruit, juice, and milk. For breakfast tomorrow is either pancake on a stick or a whole grain bar with yogurt, fruit, juice, and milk. Now that's all for your lunch.
Guess that's all we have for lunch. Let's go over to a sponsor ad. There will be a Veterans Day assembly from 9 to 9:30 today in the gym.
There will be a basketball game today at Richard Hardy.
Remember, the winter formal dance will still be on December 19th.
There is a canned food drive all week. The class that collects the most wins a pizza party.
The mandatory Tennessee Promise meeting will be on November 18th.
A UTK representative will be here during lunch on the 13th.
Senior graduation orders will also be on the 18th. A $100 deposit is required. Do you know what a redhead would serve at a bar? Ginger ale.
Wow.
That's all the time we have for today's show.
We'll see you tomorrow on CBTV News at 9.
Bye.